GM, GM.
You're on mute. I can't even hear you here.
GM, GM. Testing, testing. We're testing on we are on our second There's Layers to This season 4 episode 2 recording. This is the second recording. We are doing our mic check. This is the sound check. Sounds like it's working. All right, let's get Valerie up top here. Let's get Valerie up top. Let's see if this works. Hang on. There's more, but wait, there's more. So today,
Wait.
private chat.
Can you
Could I
hear
just
me?
talk in the private chat, Val?
Can you hear me here?
On StreamYard, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hang on.
In our private chat. Could always talk in the private chat, Val.
Okay. So you're
On StreamYard.
Hold on.
Oh, hang on.
It's delayed. It's very delayed. So I hear your voice through the video, but you're not unmuting through like your Twitter account.
Yeah, that was a silly move of mine just then. But once I did on mic in the Twitter space, could you hear me okay?
No, I didn't hear you on mic at all.
Oh, okay. Let's test that now. Let me test that again.
Okay.
I'll mute here.
Okay, me too.
Okay. So now I'm gonna unmute the on-screen audio from X. So now the stream should be hearing the audio from the X space, and they should be able to see the video from us. So you get both. I think we might be good. It's hard to say unless I go grab another phone and make sure. I guess I could do that. I don't know. Val, are you here?
Okay. Testing. Can you hear me, Creatress? Okay. Yeah,
I hear you.
All
I hear
right.
you.
I see
Awkward
author
hears you.
saying
Oh,
yes.
this is great.
Okay, good. All right. Sounds good. All right. Giannina, hello in the audience. Hopefully you hear us okay. We had some technical difficulties earlier. Okay, she gave us the thumbs up. Thank you. I see Mart. Hello, Mart. Welcome. Hopefully you can hear us as well. We had some technical difficulties, so I think we've troubleshooted them. Looks like we're good to go. Both live stream and our spaces should be good, right, Creatress? Yeah. Okay. She's giving me the nod. I know you guys can't see her right now unless you're watching us on YouTube or one of the streams, then you see her nodding her head. Yes. All right. So, I see her talking. On camera, but okay, there you go. You gotta unmute, girl. You gotta unmute.
I get so used to just not muting at all. And so then, yeah, and because we talk on the phone a lot. All right, here's some lore for everybody. Right now that we're here, and shout out to Martin and Gianni and Authored, y'all. Love y'all. Thanks for being here. So yeah, today's been full of technical difficulties, and we're just happy we finally got it together. We got it together, and now we're gonna work on giving y'all the giveaway winners. That's what we're doing today. We're announcing giveaway winners, and then we're gonna tell you about our last giveaway that is open right now. This is the 5th chance you have from this this experiment that we put on. This is the 5th chance you have to win $100 worth of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's pretty cool, I'd say. There's the Bitcoin runes craze that's sweeping the Web3 nation by a storm this week. If you are a part of Web3, surely you know about it. This is not news. This is just what we've been working on. So thanks for being here. Please share out the space. Please like on YouTube or Twitter, wherever you're watching this. Give us a like, drop a comment, do all the things. They all help. And yeah, we're gonna get this show on the road while Valerie is putting the names in the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Names. She's doing that. She's adding everybody who entered. If you haven't entered, I'm gonna show you where you can go enter. All right. So first place you want to go is there's layers to this profile page right here. All right. So there's a whole page dedicated just for our show now, and the handle is there's layers 2. Now, it would have been there's layers to this. However, it was too long. All right, there's a limit to how long your username can be on X. And this is the limit right here. There's layers 2. All right, so there's layers to this. Our show is about Web3, art, and toads. We do like to talk about the nouns as well because our mascot, Lorenzo, is wearing some blue noggles on his photo, as you can see. So nouns and cryptodes are both just fundamental parts of our show. Inspiration, our muse, all the things. All right. In case you guys didn't notice, if you're watching the stream, I'm wearing there's layers to this bucket hat with a bunch of cryptodes all over it. There's layers to this, like I said. Anyway, Valerie, now that we have you here, Valerie with the orange boa, what do you got? How's it looking over there?
It's coming along. I've already loaded up the Wheel of Names, or Wheel of Fortune, as you said. I guess it is a Wheel of Fortune because you can win $100 in Bitcoin. So that you could turn that into a big fortune, I mean, do as you will with this Bitcoin. But yeah, so Wheel of Names for Raffle 4 is complete. What am I saying? Wheel of Names for raffle number 3 is complete. I am working on number 4 right now. So if you want me to go ahead and do the raffle number 3, I can do it now if you want me to. Or you can delay it a little.
Well, let's run the first one while we're here.
Okay.
Let's run it.
You can run it. Chris Brown song.
Oh God, no. This is a non Chris Brown space, but yeah, that might have been a Bob. Yeah.
Let me see you can run it. Okay. All right.
All right. That's all the time he gets.
All right. So shall I share my screen for these Wheel of Names here?
You should share your screen. As you swap to share your screen, I am going to unmute so that people can still hear what's going on the Twitter space. All right, so let's just go ahead and do that real quick. All right, here we go. Oh yeah. Let me just put that up for you. All right, guys. Here's the wheel of names. Dang. I could have sworn I had more than that, but yeah, I mean, hey, Valerie's the one that make sure they did all the stuff. Woo! Woo! Yo, leave a lesson and following directions. Woo. All right, let's run it. Run that. Drum roll. I would do the sound, but it messes up the video, so we're not doing that. Oh, shoot. Let's go. Jay Golden. All right. Shout out to the homie Jay Golden. Let me pull up his.
So maybe he's a little busy, but he shows up and shows up every single time for us. He has entered every single time. And not only that, he won, which is our IRL raffle. So he showed up in person. I get to meet him for the first time in person. And Craig just got to take a picture with him at the ICP party. So.
Oh, that
Are
reminds
you pulling
me.
up the picture now? Am I assuming you're pulling up the picture? All right.
I was trying to pull up the photo. I don't know if I'm gonna find it. He's got a lot of stuff on his timeline. But you know what? I'm gonna also pull up look, see he shared some of stuff. Oh, I'm telling you. So happy that Jay won. Yeah, I'm gonna send him the space. Hopefully he can come in. But yeah, stoked. And what's the next giveaway we have? Oh look, he just came in. Jay Golden. One giveaway. Let's go. Oh, that's perfect, dude. You're the best. See, I'm telling y'all, we don't even pick the winner. The Wheel of Fortune picks the winner. They always pick the right one. So I'm happy to hear you've been putting in some work, and this will be like your reward at the end of a good day. Definitely. Oh, yeah. Nice.
So congratulations again. Because now you don't gotta compete against Jay or Author, two guys in our space who are previous winners. So you guys should be feeling excited for yourselves if you've entered into our contest. Creatress, I see some new people have joined. Why don't you give some people a chance and tell them how can they enter into raffle number 4 right now?
Okay. But first, yes, hello to the new peeps. But first, I gotta show off. Okay, this is just fate, right? Because this is Jay. Is Jay still here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Jay. Your photo that we took, the photo that we took together, actually went in for this article on Blockster, which is live on Blockster. I just dropped the link in the comments, right? But this is an article about our event. So.
Okay, that's
Throw
cool.
that in there. That's us. Thanks for showing up, looking fly,
Of course,
being
of course.
cool, representing.
Did you ever find out who the photographer was?
I think that was Stoff. I think it was Stoff, right? We didn't confirm, but I think it was.
For that group photo, yeah, I think it was either
No, this photo right here. This one.
Might have been Daniel.
Okay, see, that's what I was. That's what I wasn't sure of. So yes, I think. Actually, I don't even see the photo credited on here anywhere. Although I know we sent it. Well, we're gonna look back on that actually, but I do think it was Daniel because Jay, you mentioned it was a dude, and he said he worked in media, and Stoff and Daniel obviously work in media. So I think that was him. You're right. So I think maybe this was from Stoff and this one was Daniel. We're sorting it all out here. We finally got them on the phone.
Yeah, we're still going through so much content too. It's crazy. So we'll have like a official B-roll of like the side events and then like NFT NYC.
So much content after these events. I feel you. But yeah, so here's a recap that was published about our event. And speaking of the giveaway, here's how you can enter the giveaway. Here you go, click here, and that takes you to our giveaway number 5.
Yeah, but people have a chance to get number 4 if they're on right now. We haven't announced it, so.
Okay, so you got a little time. All right, let me show you number 4. Valerie's being very, she's being very generous and giving you a little more time to enter number 4 before we close it off. So here's number 4. I'm gonna put this in the space as well. Let's see here. View tab. Yeah. We're gonna go here. And so look in the comments of this here space that we're in, and you can find the tweet that gives you all of the directions on how to enter. And here we go. It's showing on video, so you can follow along. There's 3 steps. Step 1 is create your internet identity, okay, your ICP ID. And to do that, there's the link right here. It's really easy, y'all. It's really easy. You just click it, opens up a new tab. This is my slow internet. This is my internet ID. I've already done it, so I can just click it. But for you, it'll be a little different, all right? And that's okay. It's really simple. You want to make sure you write that number down as soon as you have it. And then step number 2, you're gonna make a tweet. All right, you're gonna make a tweet including that number that you just made and the hashtag ICP raffle 4. All right, and the way that Valerie goes through and figures out who actually entered is by looking up that hashtag. So you got to get the hashtag right. All right, it's important, very important. And then after that, step 3 is you join the open chat group and you say hi in the There's Layers to This channel. Stoff has his own open chat group And within the group, there's channels. Just like Discord, it's not the same, but it's kind of like Discord where you can have a big server, and then within it, you have different channels. We have There's Layers to this channel because this is a show. By the way, if you're not watching the live stream, we are live streaming too. So you can see my really cool custom There's Layers to this bucket hat that I'm wearing. That's actually reversible and is all about ICP on the other side. Because there's layers to this, you know. And I'm also wearing my really cool orange like button up. Here we go. That's the pattern is the ICP logo. And we gave these away at the event that we were just talking about. Again, there's layers to this. Shout out to the new homies here. We got, I see Z Creative. We got Onaji. We've got Builder. Val?
Oh, sorry. Did I unmute by accident?
You must have. I thought you were saying some like really cool thing that I missed, but no. Okay. Okay, there you are. Just saying hi to the peeps. Who else? Who else is here? We see Kishi, Epic Stout, Grace, Giannina. Hey, thanks everybody for being here. Epics is a social contribution blockchain game. Oh my gosh, I remember back in the day when we were on Clubhouse, somebody would always read the bios of people in their space, and I always thought that was so cool because it actually makes you think like, ooh, is my bio actually saying what I want it to say and like properly conveying who I am? And you only really think that once you actually hear somebody read your bio. So everybody hold on to your chonies. I'm about to read somebody's bio in here. Who shall it be? We're going to go with Mark. Co-host de Plaza Mounts, miembro de Ethereum UMGT, miembro de Pizza DAO, dueño de la madriguera, hashtag AsMatch app. All right. Shout out to Mark, who's the homie and speaks Spanish, even on his bio. ¿Cómo estás? Thanks for being here. Did he leave? How dare? Oh my gosh. Stop. Thanks for being here. What's going on? How are you?
I was just pinging you both in open chat, and I was informing you both that I set you as admin now, so you should be able to ping the server whenever you need to, and get people active like that way. Because I realized, like as you mentioned, join the server. I was like, you know what, for their own channel, I was like, I don't think that they were pinging people. Like, I was like, I want to make sure you have that functionality with it because it is a useful thing. Gets the people going, right? So, but yeah, for those that do end up going into open chat, there's like prize like bots. So like we could do, I'll get one going here soon, maybe tonight even. But I could do like a prize bot. And then I can set the number of basically like the number of users. We can do a gift up to 1,000, and then set it as low as we want as well. But anyone that clicks on it will get a free meme token. I'll select one later and issue that in the prize bot. So, and it's a built-in wallet too, so there's no need to feel free. Like you're not going to connect to anything. You log in with your internet identity, so you're good that way. But
let's go. Oh, thank you for being down to do that. So if y'all didn't catch that, basically, if you join the giveaway, and as part of joining the giveaway, you join this open chat group, right? As you can see, it says the swap up there. Stoff is the leader, founder, CEO of the swap, right? So he's got this, like I said, it's kind of like a Discord server, right? And we've got a channel right here. So one of the cool things you can do that you can't do in Discord is you can run giveaways where you give away coins, like meme coins. Like you think, okay, we're not doing degen, but you heard of degen, you've heard of pups, you've heard of Pepe, right? You've heard of Doge, right? These are all meme coins. So you can literally gift and give away meme coins within this chat. like within this channel in this open chat group. Okay, so if in layman's in Discord terms, it's literally like being in part of a Discord server and being part of a specific channel within there, and being able to like collect meme coins as a like as easy as like one click by entering these cool giveaway boxes. I don't know if that's not exciting to degens. I don't know what is.
Yeah. So like obviously we can do meme coins, or there's even ecosystem coins, or ICP, CK Ethereum, or CK BTC. So there's tons of different things we could do. Open chat initially started off kind of like a Telegram. So there's like private messaging in there. It's 100% on chain, but it is like encrypted. It's very private. So definitely check that out if that is of interest to you. It is a great alternative to Telegram and WhatsApp, especially when you're wanting to send money back and forth to friends. A lot of people kind of use it as like a Venmo even. So definitely check that out. And as Creatress is doing right there, she's creating a meme in server. So shout out to is Meme Party, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, it's like an app that's integrated into Open Chat, so you can create your memes in-house in the chat there on demand, depending on what you want to select as your photo. So pretty cool. Definitely worth checking out, and can be fun for all different types of communities that you're looking to build.
Appreciate you, Stoff. And yes, y'all, I just made a meme right now. If in case you didn't look, let me read it for you. It's pretty funny. It's the Doge, and it's saying giveaway within a giveaway coming soon to this chat. So I dropped that in the chat because, like Stoff said, he's gonna run a little giveaway and give away some meme coins. And obviously, Doge is one of the most well-known meme coins, you know, that we have in Web3. So yeah, there's layers to this joke. There's layers to this little meme joke I dropped. You're welcome. That was just a quick off the top of my head, you know. Anyway. Okay, so giveaway number 4. Like I mentioned, you have about 5 minutes left to enter this giveaway. If you haven't yet, here's the steps real quick one more time for you. Step 1, make your ICP ID. You can do that right here. Okay. Actually, let me even pin it up to the top so y'all have
It's pinned to the top.
Oh, okay. Well, it's pinned to the top. Y'all literally have no excuses. Okay. So the link to make your ICP ID, step 1 is right there. Make sure you write down that number. Make sure you save your seed phrase somewhere secure. You don't have to even do the seed phrase thing at the beginning. You can make it without saving it first, but you should go save it. Put it in your special notebook with all your seed phrases or whatever you got. Go save it. Okay. All right. That's step 1. Make your ID. Step 2. Tweet at us. Literally, you can tweet as a response. It could be a reply to this tweet. It could be a reply to this space. We don't care where you put it. All you have to make sure to do is include this hashtag ICP Raffle 4 and your ICP number, so we know that you made it. That's it. That's step 2. Step 3 is join the open chat, which we were just talking about. You don't even need an app. It's just a web-based DApp. And the link to do that is right here. You just join, say hi, drop an emoji, whatever you want to say. You say I just came from the giveaway on Twitter. And that's it. And then once you're in there, that is it. You're officially in. You successfully followed directions and did 3 major steps. And that means you're now registered to use the ICP ecosystem across like hundreds of different dApps that they have with your ICP ID number. And then now you're also part of the open chat, which is the decentralized chat, where, like I said, you can send tokens to people. Like imagine if on Discord, like in DMs, you could just send tokens to people. That'd be cool. Well, that's what open chat is. So, yep. Valerie, did I miss anything? You now have only 4 minutes left to enter.
No, I think that's great. I mean, yeah, like as Great just said, this is pretty easy. It's great. Yeah, I don't have to download apps. Don't have to even connect a wallet. Once you create your ID, you can get connected to all things ICP related, which is pretty awesome. And I think, even just from like my experience, like it's been pretty easy. We got awarded, for those who don't know, we were awarded $15,000 grant from ICP. We entered back, what, this was probably February, March. And yeah, part of our grant, we allocated a total of $500 for y'all to get onboarded as well into the ecosystem. And so we got some tokens, ICP tokens, and literally to swap it too was really simple. So yeah, we wouldn't be, you know, talking about any tech or, any decentralized app or platform if we didn't think it was cool ourselves. So yeah, just wanted to say that. Okay, I see some new entrants here. I see you, Z Creative Media. You are in this raffle. You made it in. So good luck to you. You see some smart people here getting in on this because it's free money in Bitcoin pretty much. So yeah, let's see if there's anyone else I can see who has entered. Da, 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 da. I see all. Let's see. Okay, I think I got most of these people in. Yeah, I think so. All right. Well, how
You
much?
getting the wheel of fortune set up over there?
Yeah, it's getting pretty crowded on this wheel. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's how it goes. The raffle number 4 had a lot of entrants, more than usual.
Yeah. So someone's been spreading the word about this raffle. So hey, that's a good thing. That's the point. We want to get more people into the ecosystem. So I'm happy to see it, but it also decreases your odds, guys. The more and more people who know about it. So luck's gotta be on your side. The wheel of names has to be on your side. The ICP gods have to be on your side. Well, you tell me, Creatress, how much more time do people have to enter into this raffle?
We'll give them another couple minutes just while I do want to share about my open edition that just dropped. So I'll tell you guys a little bit about that, and then as soon as I'm done, we will spin the wheel. Yeah, so I just inscribed my very first official ordinal inscription on Gamma. So that is now officially live. And right now it's pre-sale only. As you can see, I literally just opened it up right before the space opened. So for pre-sale, this is for my previous collectors who actually sent me their Ordinal's wallet. Right now, until tomorrow morning, they have 5 total mints that they can claim at the price of 0.0001 BTC, which is about $6.32 right now worth of Bitcoin. And then there's also a mint fee, right, which is just like the gas fee, right? And that's about $17. So yeah, the gas fee is more, but I wanted to keep this as accessible as possible, and I have no control over the gas fee as usual. As we know with Ethereum, $17 actually to inscribe something on Ordinals sounds actually really reasonable, considering I have paid gas upwards of $200 just to mint, like just the gas fee, just to mint something on ETH multiple times throughout my Web3 journey. So Yes, there is that. And if you are part of that group, you got until tomorrow morning, early morning, to get that minted. At that point, it's going to go to public sale, and public sale, I haven't decided exactly how much public sale will be, but it's going to be between 0.0005 and 0.007 BTC, which is about 5 times this pre-sale price. So just trying to do something for the collectors, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I did put up a tweet that says the exact times. Let me see if I can find it so I can give you guys the right information right now. That is going to be until tomorrow at 9 PST. So the pre-sale pricing is open until tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, at which point I will switch over to the public sale, and that'll be free for all for a while. Well, not actually free for all, but 0.005 to, yeah, anyway, all right. So with that, we are gonna go to the raffle. Let's pull up the raffle on here, and we'll get to spinning. And yeah, also for anybody tomorrow I'm gonna share out the open edition, right? And when I do that, I just want to put it out there. Anybody who shares that tweet out, reshares or comments, I'm gonna go tip you some degen on Warpcast. If you're on Warpcast, if you're not on Warpcast, I can help you. But if you are on Warpcast and tomorrow you help me share out that tweet, or just engage with the tweet, I will go tip you. All right. Just a little side note for those of you who are into that. Let's go to the wheel. All right. The wheel. The wheel. Here we go. Valerie. This is full market stuff, y'all. Giveaways everywhere. This is exactly what I love. Yeah, I love a giveaway. Actually do giveaways for the homies. Oh, stop. Please wait until we're done with the giveaway and do that. And that way we're all ready in the box. Guys, up there, pay attention to this so they can go get the giveaways. Oh my gosh, anyway, sorry. Okay, the chances just got a little better for everybody. Yeah, you got one little more chance. You're welcome. See, this is why we double check the list. This is why Santa double checks the list. You can't have some kids get an extra one. It's others not getting any. No, don't blame
We show that there's no breaking here, all by luck and chance. So give me a drum roll.
Who will it be?
Put the camera on the wheel, Craig. Put the camera on the wheel.
And it is, oh shit, it's Quasar! Dude, I know Quasar. That's so good.
Up like when you have no control, all by chance.
Yeah.
And it's like people we know, and it's awesome, you know.
I mean, you know, it doesn't hurt to come and drive with us, I guess. You know, you put in, yeah, you put in, I guess. I don't know. I can't get all.
Congratulations to our winners, Quasar Music, Jay Golding Art today, authored was one of the very first. You know what? I do got to say, we did run raffle number 2, and we had already announced that winner. And I've been trying to reach out to this person, and they haven't gotten back to me. So keep a lookout for the next show we have, because we may just have to run that raffle again. So don't worry.
Oh shoot! Oh shit! Okay, and this is a good reminder. Hold up, hold up. First of all, we might have yet another raffle, right? Based on what Val just said. But also, when you enter a raffle, make sure you keep an eye on your like stuff, because like, oh man, nothing worse than entering a raffle and then you win it and then you just don't see the message that says you won. Like, that, yeah. So just saying. But also, yeah, come back on next Tuesday, because we might just be running an extra raffle during that space. And if we run it just during the space, then there's an even better chance that you can win, because Anyway.
Anyways, yeah. So if you didn't win today, don't worry. We've got a raffle live right now. Courageous, why don't you put it up? Give us the next raffle? When is the deadline for raffle number 5?
Great question. Here we go. Question is, when's the deadline? The deadline is April 29th at midnight PST. But if you're listening to this, just go do it now. Okay? Just go do it now. But yes, all the same steps, are outlined here on this tweet. I'm gonna go find this tweet and pin it up to the top.
I beat you to it. It's pinned up.
Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, beat me to it anytime. We have the same steps. They are all outlined. Oh God, what do I do? They're all outlined there. Let me see if I can pull them up right here so you
The
can
green
see them.
one. Yes, the green one. There we go.
I'm going to repost it so it's up at the top of our feed. So yes, if you follow the There's Layers to This account, you will see this giveaway tweet up at the top. And the steps, again, you make your ID, you tweet your ID with the hashtag, and then you join the open chat and say hi. That's the 3 steps. So if you didn't win today, you can win. You can enter again. Valerie usually goes through all of the previous giveaways and adds them in. But if you would be so kind to tweet again with ICP Raffle 5, that helps get more people into the mix. And, we appreciate that. Or if you want to just retweet this tweet, that's cool too. Don't be greedy. I know you don't want to. I know you don't want too many people in the raffle because then that decreases your chances. I know. But at least tell your mom, I guess, so that way at least or your sister or something. Yeah, I told my sister. Anyway. Okay. Thanks for being here today with us. What else is there anything else we should share before we close up the space today, Val?
Yeah, I just would like to talk about, if you're probably seeing the frenzy, a lot of us, I'm assuming, I'm talking about myself here too, came from the Ethereum ecosystem, whether you collected ETH coins, whether you collected ETH NFTs, anywhere from 2021, you probably have seen some of the frenzy that's been going on with ordinals and Bitcoin. And, I would say go take a look, go do some research, because it's very reminiscent of the bull run on ETH NFTs back in 2021. So if you're looking to do that, whether you're trying to collect more art, check out the Bitcoin chain, or if you're looking maybe to flip and trade, there are opportunities. There are. So I definitely recommend checking it out. Go learn some of the terminology. It's a little different on Bitcoin blockchain than it is on Ethereum blockchain. There's terminologies. They don't call it minting an NFT. They call it inscribing an ordinal. So inscribing equals minting, ordinal equals NFT. So yeah, it takes some time to kind of learn some of the terminology. If you have done that already, there's another new protocol called Runes. So check out Runes. What is Runes about? Runes, again, is also on Bitcoin blockchain. That is not yet live, but it's coming up. It's coming up on a pretty historical day. If you haven't heard, around Friday, April 19th, between Friday and Saturday of April 20th, is the halvening. The halving. And so if you don't know about that yet, go look it up. Google it. I will give you a little bit of a TLDR. The halvening was encoded by Satoshi, who created Nakamoto, who created the Bitcoin blockchain. He had said every 4 years we are going to cut the rewards of Bitcoin by half. And when I say the rewards, the people who are miners, who are mining and validating and making sure all of the transactions that are on Bitcoin are going through, they get rewarded. There are computers that they've hooked up solve cryptography, mathematical problems, and so they get rewarded for doing that. And so, when this all first started, they were awarded a chunk of Bitcoin, and then every 4 years it gets cut in half. So that's kind of a big deal for the miners. But as that happens, it usually makes the value of Bitcoin go up. There's not as much to go around, but the supply is low, but the demand gets higher. And if you've probably seen, the US as well has approved Bitcoin ETFs. So if you're not familiar with Bitcoin ETFs, go look that up. The TLDR on that is, oh, Top Shot. I see Top Shot. Hello, he said hi, V Dizzle. So I'm looking at the stream. Thank you, Creatress, for that. But yeah, TLDR on Bitcoin ETFs. Basically, the huge Web 2 company, $1 trillion company, I believe, BlackRock, went through the US government and basically submitted their proposal saying, hey, we see that Bitcoin, the people want it. They want the digital coin. And, maybe the US dollar is kind of losing its value. We got to get with the times. And let's give the people what they want. Let's give them some Bitcoin. And the government was like, all right, yeah, let's do it. And so they approved it, but let's not get it twisted. This is more for the general public. So it's for people who maybe don't want to set up a wallet, explore the Bitcoin blockchain. They want things done really easy, kind of similar to how it's really easy. You can go just buy stocks and set it and forget it kind of thing. That's kind of the same idea with ETFs. You just go buy it and BlackRock handles it for you. So we over here, though, we like to own our keys and own our crypto. So we believe more in the decentralization of it. So if you got your own wallet and you're holding your own keys to it and you got some crypto and NFTs in it, I'd say you're doing a pretty good job up there. So keep yourself safe. Stay away from those scams. Don't click on links you don't know. And I think you're good to go. If you got a treasure wallet, a ledger wallet, hold it in your vault. Most of you guys should know that in here. But it's a good signal when the government was like, we are going to approve Bitcoin ETFs. So if you're not on Bitcoin blockchain and doing some research, you may want to get caught up because there's some stuff coming up. Like I said, the halving Bitcoin ETFs were approved, and there's a new genius in town. There's a new dev by the name Casey Rodomar. And I shouldn't say he's new. He's not new. He's new to me because I just learned about him, but he's been around. But he did create some pretty cool new tech on Bitcoin. And Creatress, if you want to jump in here at any point, please do. But I will continue on. He created ordinals. Ordinals, as I said before, equals NFTs. So Bitcoin blockchain didn't have any other use case other than trading the coin, Bitcoin coin. Ethereum, as we know, has had NFTs. It's had it's shitcoin. It's meme coins. It has decentralized apps built on top of it. Bitcoin blockchain really didn't have much all these years from 2009 and on. And really now Casey has kind of changed that. He said, you know what? We see how people love art, love trading some memes. We got to add that to Bitcoin blockchain. And so he did. He created ordinals. That was what just came out, I believe, last year in 2023. So it's still fairly new. And that was a lot of hype. People who have been holding Bitcoin, they're called Bitcoin maxis, OGs in the space. They're like, oh, maybe we want to participate in this. And people were spending not hundreds, but thousands on a newly mint ordinal project. So people were like, whoa, this is a trend. This is an opportunity possibly for generational wealth. This is an opportunity to make some flips. And people came over into the ecosystem. So people have been doing this for a little over a year now. I got my first ordinal, and I think so did Creatress. I got my first ordinal last month with a project called Oniforce. They already have a collection on Ethereum, but they released, there's like a villains collection on ordinals. So that was my first intro, and this happened last month. Creatress, what was your first ordinal?
Well, it was really close, almost a tie But it was the Le Poupette was technically my first. And that's like the female version of the puppets, which are like the ones that are like almost at #1 right now for ordinal price. But it's not that one. It's the lady version. It's Les Poupettes, right? And so I won that in a giveaway. Actually, shout out to Girl in the Verse for nominating me for that giveaway. And yeah, hang on. I was trying to do this like this undoxed bucket hat character, but it's kind of hard to see. So anyway, yes. So the Local Pets was my first one, and then the Ordinals Fallen was my second, and now my third is my own Ordinal, which is the Creatress Mixed Reality Performance, and yeah, it's a still image from one of my VR performances. My best favorite one so far. Yeah. So yeah, I got 3, and I actually got dropped something in my wallet. I found. I wonder if you have this too. I'm not signed in right now, so I won't do that right now. But we'll talk about that later because I was looking at my items on Magic Eden, and there was something that said like rare runes that appeared that I haven't seen.
Let me
Stoff?
see.
Stoff, do you have any thoughts on this? Are you collecting runes? I know you had a giveaway too from last week. I don't know if that's still open, but if it is, please share because this is like a free thing people could get.
Yeah. So one, I put the open chat prize bot out. Two, let me get to our business page real quick. We have a free giveaway that we're doing. It's an airdrop to commemorate the Bitcoin halving with a playable 3D avatar that you'll be able to use. It's going to get dropped on ICP, but you'll be walked through the steps of how to create a plug wallet there. I'm going to pin that at the top. But as far as like runes goes, because I have a lot of like OG ordinal collections, I kind of get airdropped like a bunch of random stuff. So I ended up getting like Unnamed, which is from Rune X, which I would say is one of like the top pre-runes collections. I ended up getting 2 of their PFPs. It's kind of funny. They're like remember like the ancient alien mummy that meme that came about. They basically turned that into art on Bitcoin and put for info that it's the PFP of runes. So the degen in that, has a lot of people excited, and they have like a game that just came out. So definitely excited there. But as far as like pre-runes goes, you can find a tab on Magic Eden. I would say probably follow some of the ones that are closer towards the top. You're going to be speculating a lot more towards the bottom there on that tab. And some of these projects probably won't be following through with some of that. So be cautious. Obviously, Runes is almost here. And there's going to be collections that are OGs that are distributing runes. Especially Rune Stone has 3 meme coins coming, so be on the lookout for that. And their dog is the one that they're going by. So they're trying to make that the world's biggest meme coin. So all eyes are going to be there, in my opinion. Yeah, the runes is going to be an exciting time. It's going to be an explosion of DeFi on Bitcoin, is what basically everyone's getting geared up for. So happy to answer questions with what I know, but we can do that on another day as well.
So interesting, very interesting take. Yeah, I don't even know. Val and I have been talking about it all week. I've been trying to learn about it as much as I can all week. Yeah, it's just kind of wild. It's kind of wild. Yeah. Oh, Val, were you able to find what I was talking about? The rare sats thing?
Yeah, no, I don't have any airdrop stuff. I keep my wallet pretty tight of like what I have in there because obviously on the ETH NFT side, we got like crazy things airdropped, and those airdrops usually tended to be scams. So I I don't know how it works in the ordinal side, like if those could still technically be considered scams. So I don't know. Be careful. I think you asking us if we have them is a good start to doing research and finding out what it's about. But yeah, I don't have that in my wallet.
Yeah. And
Thanks
definitely
for
be
looking.
with that. There's and one thing that's really important to note with Bitcoin and these wallets is that you don't always have to connect your wallet to a site to make a transaction. So you can pay like a transaction fee to a wallet address, and they will return whatever it is you were ordering to your wallet. So that's a pretty nice feature. I would definitely utilize that a bit when possible, only on sites that you trust, obviously, because it is still something that could get a little bit scammy. If you know what I mean, you send money and it doesn't return. So definitely, it comes down to what sites you trust, and ask around from people that are OGs in the ecosystem for ordinals. It'll help you out a lot. So
That's good to know. That yeah, definitely always wary of those situations where you send and just wait. Um, but here I just pulled it up. Kyle, if you could take a look at the video on screen here, this is what it looks like. So I used to just log in on Magic Eden and just have this. But then just yesterday or today I went on and now it says this. It shows up in my rare sats.
that's your Oni force, I think. That's your fallen. So
Oh, is it because it's on a rare sat? Is it because it's inscribed on a
yeah,
rare sat?
Yes.
so
Exactly.
you're inscribed. So Oni force inscribed on rare sats. So I believe you have a first transaction, a 450, a 9 block, and everything else. You can scroll over those like little badges, and it'll tell you what they are. So it's like a first transaction, a 450 to the right, and then a 9, a Nakamoto set, and I believe a vintage.
Yeah.
Creators, maybe you want to also share it on the stream so anyone who's watching on the stream can see what you are looking at.
Okay.
Yeah.
people who are, these opinion leaders and influencers. And then, of course, that kind of changes out my timeline and see all of it. And so it starts making you feel like, oh, okay, everybody's talking about it. So, of course, I myself have started tweeting about different things I'm learning, different things I'm going, like challenges that I'm finding. And just the other day, I had someone in my DMs go, "What's the root?" And I'm like, okay, fair enough. There's still some people figuring out what it is. To just like chill, have meetings, do some content with there's layers to this, but I don't need to bring. So I was dying inside without my laptop, like not being able to Google anything in my Airbnb. Yes, I have my phone, but like I wanted to do some like a deep dive, and that's way easier on the laptop. So I was dying to know. And then, as you know, we go to We go to NFTLA, and then everybody is part of you start hearing about the cabals. I'm sure all of you guys have heard about the cabals. Everyone all of a sudden was part of like ordinal cabals. Oh, do you know about the next ordinal drop? Oh, I just made 50 grand. I just made 15 grand. I like crazy amounts of money. And so that was another level or another layer, if you will, of FOMO. Like, oh my God, oh my gosh, am I passing up generational wealth right now? I not feeling that great. So that was NFTLA in February. Then comes March. We have NFT NYC. We just came back from that. And what's everybody talking about at the parties and at the side events? Ordinals and runes. So then you start hearing, oh my God, you got to start preparing for the runes. You got to set up something called a Bitcoin core node. Oh my God, you got to learn how to etch things. And then when you come back from New York, all of a sudden there's spaces. People are talking about, oh, I have the secret sauce. If you don't know how to set up a Bitcoin core node, and you got to learn command lines. If you've never coded in your life, well, guess what? I got an easy guide. Come inside my Discord or pay for my services, and people are paying 10,000, like no joke, 10 grand and up to get the secret sauce, if you will. And once, that for me, that's out of my price range financially. I cannot ape into something like that. And so, what do you try to do? If you don't have the money, well, you try to go see, is there resources you can find for free? Start Googling stuff. You start asking Chat GPT stuff. You start asking your friends stuff. And again, that's just like another layer of FOMO, like of trying to like catch up with people. And if you don't realize like how that starts snowballing and you don't catch yourself, it can be an issue mentally and physically, takes a toll depending on like how much time you give yourself to this, right? And if you've heard my intros before, I do this stuff full time. So I have the privilege and the ability to be on spaces, to be on Twitter, to be checking coin market cap and all these different things, like really dive in. And the first 3 days, I didn't sleep. I was not going to sleep in my own bed. I was falling asleep on the couch because I was Googling like mad. Creators can even tell you. Like, even I was pushing her to the side. She's like, Valerie, we got to get shit down. There's still things we need to do. And I'm like, Creators, no, I'm sorry. I'm pushing everything aside. This is my priority. I've got to learn. And so, like, okay, that's a little cray cray. Like, that's a
Valerie
little
was like this cat. She was like, I can't talk. Can't talk. Runes. 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 Can't talk. Sorry.
Totally.
She was like this little cat.
Totally. And so that's what I'm saying. I'll be the first to admit and say that was me. And I think it's important to talk about because I think there are other people behind their screens, behind their phones, feeling the same way, feeling like, well, I don't really necessarily have the capital or liquidity to afford these ordinal NFTs that promise you, the secret sauce to how to set up everything and get ahead of it all. And then there's also like, well, I'm not a developer, I'm not a programmer, I'm not a computer engineer. So how the hell am I gonna know code to set this thing up? And then there's like another layer of like, well, I also don't really know the terminology. Like, I don't at the core, what the hell is even this, So there's like so many things at play. And so I just wanted to like talk about it in case anyone resonates, because you are not alone. And like I said, I was like this for a good 3 days. And that may not seem that long to some people, but I'm not kidding you. I was researching 15 hours in a day, probably minimum. Like, I was not getting sleep, trying to learn everything that I could. Because at the same time, you start seeing tweets from these influencers who are like, 10 days till the happening, 10 days till runes go live. 9 days. If you're not ready, what are you doing? You're skipping generational wealth. okay, 7 days to the happening, 7 days to the runes. You are fading the easiest part of making money. Like it's crazy. It's crazy, and so sometimes it's good to just kind of slow down, take a step back, and be like, okay, what am I doing here? I think when there are trends and you start seeing people gravitate, it's probably something good to look at for sure, and take a look at, do some research. But really, like, I think now, if I could like give my past self, which was only like 2 weeks ago, if I could give my past self from 2 weeks ago some advice, I would tell myself, just look up terms. Just look up, what is a rune, what is an ordinal, what is a Bitcoin core node. Like, start there, and if that sounds interesting, once you learn the definitions, once you start learning like what is all this tech about, and if it sounds interesting to you, then you can go ahead and take another step. And what is that next step for you is going to be for you to determine, right? That could be as far as, well, all right, let me start trying to stack up some Bitcoin, and let me see if I can participate and buy, and maybe buy ordinals, buy some runes. That could be one way. Another way could be like, well, I feel like I'm a bit tech savvy, and in general I like learning tech, so let me go and look into getting a Bitcoin core node set up. Let me look into like my computer and what the compatibilities are. You can start that way. Or you can maybe get in some group chats with some people, or discords, right, where, okay, maybe I'll go and just search for whitelists, allow lists. Maybe I can start talking to friends about it. Or you can just say, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I don't have to participate in this at all. Hype comes in cycles. It goes up and then it goes down. And so I can probably tell you, if we've learned anything from, our ETH NFTs and shitcoins and memes, if we've learned anything from that, is that what goes up must come down. So, you know, play at your own risk, and don't use funds that you can't afford. um don't spend your rent money. Don't, be responsible. And if you've already reached your max limit of what you can put into this, then take a step back. It's okay. Like, wait till your next paycheck and maybe put a couple of dollars into it. Whatever you can do, but don't don't stress yourself out physically, mentally, nutritionally. Make sure you eat, because I'm telling you from experience, literally that's what I did. So if there's other people like you who went cray cray like me, I'm just telling you, like, at least I had the ability to kind of stop and become self-aware, because I had people like Creatress try to hit me up. I had people like Keegan, like, yo, are you okay? Like, you're not even coming to bed anymore to sleep. You're falling asleep on the couch. Like, are you okay? And then I was like, all right, if my friends closest to me are saying something, I better look at this seriously. And I started having other friends phone call me and say, hey, like, maybe we should do some education. We should talk about, you know, because this shit can be hard if you're trying to set things up, like, and I'm talking about like the Bitcoin core stuff. Like, it can be hard depending how deep you go. And if you've never looked at a line of code, if you never even cared about hardware before, you got to think about, like, okay, are you going to keep this up? Are you going to maintain it, like, after this whole runes hype goes down? What is the incentive besides making quick money for you, if there is, right? If not, then maybe why don't you wait, instead of giving and saving yourself those headaches? Like, why don't you just wait until Magic Edens and Magic Sats websites and Xverse, like, all of these websites are probably gonna break, maybe at first, because this is new technology. They haven't really had time to test it. But like, why don't you wait until like it matures a little bit and they like understand, okay, we need to handle a little bit more traffic than we thought, and they fix things. Like, it's okay to not be one of the first. It's okay to not be in the second wave. It's okay to not be in the third. Like, if you end up deciding to ape into this 6 months from now, that's totally okay, because it's your own journey, your own money. So that's it. I'll get off my podium. I think I've been talking a lot here. And Creatress, you've been just chilling here. Any thoughts? Anything on what we're talking about here?
Yeah, no, it's all good to hear the experience you went through. I got to experience it from this side. And I was like, okay, Valerie's going real hard. That's fine. I'm gonna give her some space. I was like, I'll give her some space to figure this out. And I honestly, like, I ordered my external card, and I've just been waiting for it. So that's kind of made it easy for me to kind of just like watch what's going on, jump into all the Twitter spaces to learn about it. I jumped on Brooke's like private class, which Valerie was on multiple times. So yeah, I've just been listening. I knew that I was not gonna be able to like go as hard as Valerie with the research, because that's just not how I roll. I like to listen. I fall asleep reading too much. Like, it literally puts me to sleep once I start reading like really dense technical stuff. I can only do it for so long. It gets me all sleepy. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just listen. I'm gonna try to do my like listening via audio, and that's been helpful. And like seeing all her status updates, I'm like, okay, cool. I had a feeling I was gonna feel like that, so that's why I didn't go in so hard. Um, but this is all good. This is all a learning experience. And I'm still, I'm still down to try it. Actually, in a little bit here, I'm going to go and check my mailbox and see if it arrived yet. Seems to be some mix up with the mail. But either way, and the way I think of it is like, okay, even if I don't end up doing this and running my own Bitcoin node, which I do want to, and I want to participate in rooms, my thing is like, you're going to need money. You're going to need Bitcoin to spend to get in on all these rune opportunities, right? And I'm like, I already don't have that much Bitcoin. So like, that's something I'm like, I'm not even sure I'm gonna do it, right? Because of this. And so keep that in mind. It's like not just technically and physically and time consuming, it's also going to require resources in the form of Bitcoin for you to claim these free claims potentially, or like transact in any capacity with Bitcoin and with runes. So just know that. Come into it knowing you need time, attention, and you need a bunch of Bitcoin. I mean, I don't know how much a bunch is. The more you have, the more you can spend, the more you can transact, right? So like, maybe you have a little bit and that'll be enough to do something. Right? But obviously the people who have a bunch in store already are going to be at an advantage. And anyway, so that is our TED Talks on runes and Bitcoin and setting up your own node. We are not devs. Stoff probably knows the most out of both of us. I guess maybe we should see if he's got any closing thoughts.
Yeah, let's go to you, Stoff. What do you think about all this? How are you participating in, if at all, if you don't mind sharing, like what your experience has been so far?
Yeah. So I mean, I got back into ordinals. I was going in kind of heavy back in like July of last year. So I've definitely had, quite a great experience with it. And it does go through like its own cycles, right? For like perspective, a good thing that people could utilize is Google Trends. And I did post that up in the Jumbotron for anyone that wants to look at that. We're not quite in the hype cycle for ordinals yet. Like, it's like on the cusp of it. So I don't say that like we're at this point where everyone's kind of just launching stuff, right? And that's where it gets a little bit dangerous, but it's starting to get more recognized. And so I would say, find solid core projects that you can relate to. Um, that's really like the best thing I could say, because, at NFT NYC this year, it wasn't as strong of a showing as it was in years prior. But when you're at the side events, it was abundantly clear that it was like ordinals events all around. Like there was no more, like it was night and day. It was so clear that it was literally about ordinals this year, at NFT NYC. And, with Bitcoin having the largest market share out of any blockchain, we're going to see more transactions. Like Ordinals is already seeing billions in inflow for people buying this digital art. Runestones is literally like the top like art collection of all time. I don't know where the market cap's at right now, but it passed Bored Ape already, and we don't even have like the hype of ordinals like going yet. If you look at Google Trends, it's not like commonly worldwide known. Whereas NFTs, it had that massive hype, and people could at least acknowledge like Bored Ape, kind of like how people acknowledge Bitcoin and maybe even Ethereum. So we're in the largest market share for digital art to be collected and consumed by the people that are literally the richest people in the industry. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see. I don't know, like obviously have precaution of like what projects you enter, and find good communities. Like there's still some early OG projects. I personally, like, I love the honey badgers and like I'm not saying like go buy them, but there's like certain communities like that will help kind of aid you through. And honey badgers also have like a very deep degen side. So if you want like the full-blown experience of that, they're a cool group for it. They call it the degen den, and they have other things as well. But Val, I see your hand, so I'll go over to you.
Yeah, no, thank you for sharing your experience. And like, I didn't know you've been participating since July. So that's cool. I did hear that you said I well, first I want to say thank you for pinning up top about the Google Trends ordinals compared to NFTs, cuz yeah, wow, that really puts it into perspective of how ordinals hasn't even come close really yet to the trend of NFTs. And that's a good point, because if you remember, if anyone remembers, NFTs back then, it's like you had Justin Bieber's and DJ Khaled's and all these big time uh, musicians and artists and athletes going and making their own NFTs, going and collecting their own and changing their PFPs on their social medias to it too. And they had their fans asking, "What is that? What is that?" And so totally. And so I guess I have my first question, and this could be for you, creators and stuff. Like, do you think ordinals will reach a point like that where we'll see some big time people start collecting these? And then my second question is, you also mentioned art. I don't know. I'm still doing my research, so I don't know enough. But just from my own experience and observations, I feel like art ordinals has not really picked up yet on the chain. Right now, it's still lots of like low quality art, flipping. So yeah, just kind of wanted to get your take on what you're seeing, or if you think now's a good time for people to collect like art stuff, because I haven't seen too many. I mean, I would consider Oniforce in there, and obviously Creatress has putting up her own personal art. But yeah, just
Yeah.
get your thoughts on that.
So there's several ways, and like one, you're limited to the files size that you can upload to Bitcoin. So one way you'll see people starting to do this is through recursion. which is what Oniforce even uploaded as for inscribe what they inscribed as. So people are going to have to get creative with how they do it. You're very limited to the file size, and the cost of inscribing to Bitcoin can be outrageous if you allow it to be. But there's also ways. Obviously, I'm more on the IC side, but pretty much we have a BitGen standard that allows people to upload high resolution images in dynamic form on IC, and then once it's inscribed, it becomes a static image inscribed to Bitcoin. So it allows for higher quality art at a more cost-effective level. So very cheap to inscribe from the IC onto Bitcoin as a layer 2 or a side chain, if you will. But that also opens up new possibilities. We've also just seen this past week, I minted, or not minted, I inscribed Ghostface Killah from Wu-Tang Clan. He had music with another person. I forget the name of it. I ended up inscribing 5 of them on vintage sats because that just felt right as the first song on Bitcoin, as a vintage song. So it sounded cool to me, and so I ended up picking up 5. It's the first song ever on Bitcoin. It's only like a snippet, but I thought it was a pretty historic moment, and it's Wu-Tang, so why not support it? So we'll see people get a little bit more creative with that, and again, people will have to shrink files in order to upload like higher end stuff. So you'll see small little bits inscribed onto Bitcoin. But a way that you could bypass that would be with ICP, or maybe even another layer 2, where you could inscribe higher quality images relatively cheap on Bitcoin, and go from there. So.
Ooh, okay. Next week, guys. Well, we'll see if Kyle's available, but maybe next week we could talk about that specific part about how you can use ICP to inscribe your art. Because I definitely had to take initially the art that was shown, my ordinal that I just dropped. Originally, it was selected and exhibited at NFT NYC as a GIF, like a 5-second GIF. But that was going to be way too much money to inscribe, so I opted for a photo that represents the GIF. And that was big time in part because of the compression and the file size and all that stuff. So that might be interesting for other artists who are also trying to inscribe without, spending $1,000 just to inscribe. So yeah, maybe you could talk to us about that next time, Kyle, if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah, and actually that's something that we did as well. So we have a couple animated. Basically we have a project called Go to Gamer, and most of them are static PFP. But we had 8 different ones that were one of ones, and then one of them was an animated reserve ordinal, which I believe that person had ended up inscribing it to Bitcoin. So I'm not sure what the cost of it was for them to inscribe, because like the user kind of gets the cost when you release on IC and then inscribe to Bitcoin. But because of how we did it, it's a little bit cheaper. So I can get potentially Bionic up here next week to go over that as well.
Ooh, yes, please. Would love to have Bionic in here. I know we were supposed to get Bionic out in New York, but no, it didn't work out. But yeah, I would love to get them as a guest for sure. And you know what you said when you said, oh, it's kind of on the user if they choose to inscribe or not. That reminds me of what OpenSea used to offer, or maybe they still do, called lazy minting. So it's like the artist can upload all their files and not necessarily like put them on chain, and it would be up to, I mean, not technically, right? I don't think it's technically, it was still on chain, it was on IPFS, but in the end it was going to be up to the collector if they wanted to fully mint it in the lazy minting. So that's really interesting. thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you for all the insights. There was something that I wanted to touch on, but I can't remember now. So it's fine. We'll try it next week. There was something that you said, Kyle, at some point, and it sparked a thought. But like I said, I can't think of it now. So that's all right. We'll save it for next week. I'll let you know when maybe when I think of it, I'll tweet it out. Anyway, all right. Well, with that, we're gonna close it up. Thank you so much for coming out. This was There's Layers to This, Season 4, Episode 6. That means we have 3 episodes left for Season 4. I think we might take a little break after Season 4. Not a long one, probably like a week. We'll see. We'll see. And also, I want to invite you all, if anyone wants to be a sponsor of our show, we are more than open to that. If you ever have a project that you have many tokens of and you want to get, send us some tokens to give away, or if you want to just come in here and like run a giveaway for our listeners, we're always open to that sort of thing. Just, let us know, especially runes. You got some runes you want to give away? Talk to us. We love to hook up our homies, especially the listeners of our show. So if you got anything cool, yes. Or if you just want to support a live show and us going and recording a live show at one of these events, we're also open to that. Our content is right now being streamed on X, on YouTube, on Facebook. It is also available on Rad TV, and their app is available for Chrome, Chrome TV, Apple TV, PlayStation VR. What else? Like so many different platforms that like you can literally watch our show on. So if that sounds interesting to you, get in touch with us. We do have a really nice ticker that runs at the bottom of our screen. Right now it says There's Layers to This. $100 CKBTC giveaway live now, powered by ICP Hub Network. So shout out to ICP Hubs. This is one of our many spaces that we're hosting, in part for our grant that we got. I think we've got one more space that we'll be running, where we'll be announcing giveaway number 5. So make sure you join that. That'll be next week. And again, thanks for being here. Make sure you eat a taco, pet a toad, go mint my ordinal. What am I missing? I think that's it. Everybody have a good rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you next Tuesday.